What's up, you guys? It's Keeko here, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about traps right now in Yu-Gi-Oh! We're starting to see, since Inzectors aren't as powerful as they were, even though some other decks have some good popping ability, we're seeing more traps incorporated this format into the game, into more decks. Now, obviously, this might change next format, and I may have missed a few traps here, but these are the best ones I could think of off the top of my head. I wanted to talk to you guys about what you think about them right now in the meta, specifically concerning Solemn Warning. Now, Solemn Warning for the last 2 or 3 years has been considered one of the best, if not the best, trap card in the game. It is a spell speed 3, so it can negate, pretty much anything. Solemn Warning, Dark Bribe. Some of the only cards that can negate this card, and obviously this stops a monster card from ever hitting the field. Sometimes people don't quite understand what this means versus a card like Bottomless Trap Hole, so let me try to explain this for you guys. Solemn Warning specifically says, and let's see if I can zoom in here on it just enough, specifically says that you pay 2,000 life points to negate the summon of a monster, or the activation of a spell card or trap card or effect monster's effect that includes an effect that special summons a monster or monsters and destroy that card. Bottomless Trap Hole says when your opponent summons a monster with 1,500 or more attack. So let's pretend that this is this Torrential Tribute right here. Let's pretend that this is a monster with 1,500 or more attack. If I say I summon him and you say, is the summon successful? Then your opponent says yes. They can then activate Bottomless Trap Hole. Even though the summon was successful, this says that the monster has to be summoned. So then it's destroyed and removed from play, whatever, not destroyed. But what Solemn Warning does is you can think of it as saying this: I am trying to lay this monster down with 1,500 attack. Are you going to let me? And then you flip Solemn Warning and say, no, I'm not even going to let it hit the field. So it's like, is it going to come? No, okay, to the graveyard. So it never came to the field. So what I want to talk to you guys about is Solemn Warning as good as it used to be? We have to pay 2,000 life points to use it, and there aren't very many monsters that just come out and get their effects whenever they come out right away. Now, the Monarchs are different stories. Monarchs can use their effects and stuff like that, but versus Torrential Tribute knocks out your own monsters, but it can knock out multiples. Compulse will send a monster back. Obviously, this isn't as good if it's like a Thunder King or something, but if it's a Zen Mains or another Xyz or Synchro, it's amazing. Bottomless will obviously remove cards from play, but will they have a chance to get out something else? And then also knowing the fact that this only hits 1,500 and above, he can hit anything. Dimensional Prison and Mirror Force, you have to wait until they attack. Obviously, this is susceptible to Starlight Road, and this is susceptible to things like Forbidden Lance, which this is as well. And then, of course, Solemn Judgment. People call this the Solemn Brigade, where you run the maximum amount of this, which is 1, the maximum amount of this, which is 2. That's called the Solemn Brigade. But this you have to pay 4,000 life points for, and almost every single time what happens is you go, okay, set, go with 2 or 3 back rows, and you summon a monster, and you summon a Thunder King or something, and your opponent goes Dark Hole or something, and you'll flip the Solemn Warning, thinking that it's worth giving up 4,000 life points to save your one Thunder King or whatever, when you have Dimensional Prison and maybe a Torrential back there or something along those lines. You'll think it's so important, or you get Heavy Stormed, and sure, it's worth using the Heavy Storm because then you know you can set everything else, but then your opponent knows they don't have to worry about Solemn Judgment for the rest of the game, so their Dark Holes and stuff are more susceptible to go off. So let me know what you guys think about all of these different trap cards. Which one's your favorite? And I am mainly talking in reference to Solemn Warning. Is Solemn Warning still the best trap card as far as monster negation? Obviously, these stop right here, these stop monster attacks, so I understand we're kind of in a different category there. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.